Welcome back. The Herd is coming up next right here on FS1. Let's head over check-in with Colin Coward today. Hey, Colin, what is on the show?
Well, Tom Brady has 30 playoff wins. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, between the two of them have one. But is this the end of the Patriots dynasty? And the latest on the Cowboys coaching search coming up.
All right, Colin, thank you. According to Fox Bet, the Texans are 3-point home favorites against the Bills tomorrow in the first wild card game of the weekend. J.J. Watt will make his return for the Texans after being out since week 8 with a torn pectoral muscle. So, Shannon, who wins this one?
I took the Texans. Skip, I understand that William Fuller IV, he's probably not going to play. It's game time decision. But I just trust Deshaun at home, and I expect him to make the big play when it matters the most. The Bills, they're in the playoff, Skip, but they only beat one team that made the playoff, and that was Tennessee week 5 when Marcus Mariota started. So I'm not sure about them. I know they play outstanding defense, but I just think the return of J.J. Watt is going to be enough to push the Texans over the top. I'm going to take the Texans 23-16.
Maybe I am being prisoner of a moment, but only one team all year completely overwhelmed my Dallas Cowboys, and that was at home on Thanksgiving Day, and that team was the Buffalo Bills. I thought it felt like a mismatch. That's how Buffalo felt.
Yeah.
How strong they felt to me.
What about Philly? Last game in Philly. Didn't they overwhelm you guys?
Like
17-9. I don't.
You didn't even score a touchdown.
Stop it.
Oh, my bad.
So, I'm going to go with Buffalo in this game because one thing about that Buffalo defense, it doesn't give up big plays, and Deshaun lives on big plays. I love Deshaun. I just don't love his chances against this team in this moment. And even though I saw Tom Brady rise and shine in one big game against Buffalo late in the season, I thought Josh Allen played great in that game. He makes big plays. He runs for big plays.
Yes.
And Devin Singletary, as a rookie, is really, he's become a little force down the stretch. And I do not think Houston, even with J.J. back, is that good on defense. They give up big plays, and I think they'll give up one too many big plays, running, throwing. And I got them winning Buffalo 20-17 at Deshaun.
Well, you know, Bradley Roby, he lives on the big play on the edge. He got Tom Brady once. He got a couple of weeks ago, he got Jameis Winston to start the game. I like the Texans. I like the Texans at home. I expect them to win this game. Not saying they're going to go much further than this game.
That is probably a fact for both of them.
What are you going to do? Good show, guys. That is it for us. We'll be back Monday morning, 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Colin's going to tell you the real reason the Patriots dynasty is coming to an end. Oh, and by the way, go Vikings. I'm going to remember what both much better will the Cowboys be next season without Jason Garrett.
It all depends on who they get. It's not a guarantee, Skip, that they'll be absolutely better. You look, Jason Garrett took a lot of criticism, caught a lot of flack for things that didn't go well in Dallas. But at some point in time, these players are going to have to accept accountability. Now, the new head coach is going to get a year grace period. So no matter how bad of a coach he is, Skip, the player's going to have to bear the blame on this one. Because it's like, okay, we got Jason Garrett out of here, and you guys are still underperforming. At some point in time, no matter who the coach is, and we had Dan Reeves when I first got there and had Wade, players have to be accountable, Skip. Players control the locker room. It's players' job to make sure the other players are ready to play. And I don't think there's enough of the Cowboy players that take that ownership role. You own the team. You own it. It's your team. You own that. Make sure the guys are ready to go practice. Make sure guys are meeting. Make sure we hold guys accountable, Skip. We had a like, you drop a pass in practice, that was fine. You got fined. You jump offside, you got fined. We held guys accountable, and at the end of the year, we had a party with that money. So it didn't matter. In the game, Skip, you drop a pass, that was you had to pay. Jump offside, you had to pay. I don't know how much of this is going on now with the Cowboys, but guys need to be held accountable, Skip. And you said, you know, all these guys that are, 15 Pro Bowlers, but did they play like it? That's what you got to have. You got to have your stars, Skip. They got to be stars more times than not. And we didn't see enough of that from the Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence had a half a sack the last 6-7 games of the season. It's
terrible.
Making $20 million, I get $30-40 million up. You know, you got, what, $60 million guaranteed, Skip? Fully guaranteed? No, we can't have that. No, we need more than that. Amari, we need more than that. We need more than 27 catches for 400 yards on the road. You got to give us more than that. So it all depends on who they get to be the head coach, whether or not they're going to be because, like I said, exponentially better. You talking about better, Skip. You talking about winning the division and going to the NFC Championship game, getting to the Super Bowl. That's what better me. I mean, you go 10-6 and you lose. That ain't better. Jason Garrett could have got you because you know it's an even year. You know, Jason Garrett could have got you the division this year.
You could make the case. Yep. So to your point, if it's Lincoln Riley or Matt Rule, I'm out. I'm just out.
No. You ain't out. You in.
Anybody else, you're going to be in big trouble. This will be my year and my revenge.
Oh, so you go gloat.
I love this team going into this year, and I'm going to love it going into next year. Obviously, there are some outstanding issues that need to be solved, starting with the quarterback. He needs a new contract. I would hate to see it degenerate into a franchise tag, into a Kirk Cousins situation.
Yeah.
I would hope, remember, they have the 5th most salary cap dollars of any team in the NFL. So you've got the money to play with. Depends how you're going to dole it out, because you have others, starting with that receiver, who did not show up on the road. In fact, he basically quit and pouted at New England, and then he actually got yanked at Philadelphia for the game-deciding plays and series. Bad signs if you want a big new contract.
Yeah.
Do I still believe in him? And he rose and shone in the last game against the Washington Redskins.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm just saying. And Michael Gallup looked like he could turn into a star next year.
Right.
Okay.
But you got to figure how to get Amari happier, and you have to light a new fire under him. And whoever that new coach is, that will be his first order of business. And then Byron Jones, I know it was quiet all year, and it was quiet because they didn't throw up Byron Jones a whole lot. He's pretty good. I'm not saying he's a top 5, but I'll give him a top 10 corner. So you have to figure out how to keep him.
Well, you saw what Marcus Peters got. Marcus Peters got, I think, 3 years at $42 million, got 32 guaranteed, 20 in the first year. So that's something you can play with. Peters going to the Pro Bowl on multiple occasions. So is that where we're going? Because I don't think...
I'm afraid it is.
Okay.
Okay? So you have to figure out how to manage all that. And
Right.
I've always told you, what Jerry does best is manage the cap. Find loopholes, jump through loopholes. There's nobody better than Jerry at deal making, wheeling, and dealing with the cap as your ceiling.
Right.
So I trust him there. I don't love the Dak situation, and I still think that he made a mistake not getting that done a long time ago.
Oh, Dak and Jerry.
did.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Long time ago.
Done
Yes,
before the season.
because it would have taken some of the burden off him. I think he finally, I'm not saying he crumbled psychologically, but I think it wore on him over the year, and he started to press, and he did not make the play to win the game.
But here's the thing, Skip. The mistake that Jerry made is that he let these other quarterbacks kept sitting the market. They put the market out there a little further. Wentz put it out there, and then he went a little farther with Jared Goff. And so Dak is looking at him like, hold on. I got 2 division titles just like Wentz. I got 2 division titles in golf. So where do you think I'm going with this?
Okay. So, Robert Quinn's a free agent, and I kind of liked him. I thought he was pretty good.
He had double-digit sacks.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I'll take that back, so they got to get him back in the fold.
Right.
I liked Randall Cobb. I don't think it's make or break to re-sign him, but he's a free agent. And that brings me to Sean Lee and Jason Witten. It's just time to part ways.
With both of them?
With both of them.
Wow.
What?
Yep. Make both of them like position. If Sean Lee wants to coach the linebackers, I'm okay.
That man want to play.
He looks broken down to me. I know he made one big play against the Rams. That was big. But the point is, if you bring in a new coach from the outside with no attachment to any of these players, they'll come in and evaluate it more cold-bloodedly, and they're going to look at this and say, you know what? Blake Jarwin is pretty good.
Yes.
He might even be Shannon Jarwin. Dak Prescott has called him the best athlete on the team.
Skip, he deserves more than 25 plays a game.
Okay, there you go.
He needs to be your starter.
Okay, and I love Jason blocking. I loved him catching 3-yard passes, but it looks like it's time to go forward with a fresh approach.
You need more explosive plays out of that position.
You need more explosive plays.
Skip, look at the teams that are doing, look at New Orleans and what they get from their tight end. Look at Baltimore, what they get from their tight end. Look at San Francisco.
Tight ends, plural.
Look at what San Francisco get from their tight ends. Look at Kyle Rudolph and Minnesota. Look at the teams that's in the playoffs and look at the production. Other than New England doesn't count, Skip.
That doesn't count.
New England doesn't count.
No.
But I'm saying, you're not getting anything out of that position, Skip.
It won't work.
No.
You can't go forward with it. And I love Jason Witten.
Yes.
I honor Jason Witten. I glorify him to the heights.
He gonna be have his name in the ring and all that stuff.
There.
Yes.
But somebody needs to come in other than Jerry Jones and say, you know what? You were great, and we're going to go forward.
Yes.
Because we got a kid who's pretty good.
Yes.
And he might be really good. Remember, he played wide receiver in college at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
So you got that. Again, I brought it up. That they swung and missed on Tristan Hill, so they got to do better in the draft because he would have been a huge, great cog in the middle of that defensive line.
The dude had issues in college.
He did.
So what happened? The dude had issues in college with no money.
And now he's
Give him $3-4 million and what you gonna have to deal with.
And then he fell asleep in a speech that was